All right, guys, welcome back for another week of Spot the Ball Coaches Clinics. This is week 6 here. Again, I'm Colin McQuillan, the defensive coordinator here at Southwestern Oklahoma State. Excited to get going again. Excited for another week of clinic talks. We've got 4 great speakers again this week. I'm excited to have everyone back. Excited to keep this going. Again, if you've been on here, if you haven't, just kind of the way we run this, Coach is going to have kind of a little introduction to himself, talk about himself a little bit. But we try to keep the questions and answers just kind of via chat. So if you have any questions, feel free to chat them to me. I'll try to save them towards the end, but if anything I feel like is going to be right in the middle where we need to ask that when Coach is presenting, I'll try to stop him and get it going. But otherwise, guys, appreciate, again, everyone being here on a Thursday morning. 4 great speakers. We're starting off with Jerry here and Coach. If you want to introduce yourself a little bit, and then you've kind of got the floor going forward.
Yeah, I'm Jerry Ricke. I'm the head coach at Lincoln Christian School, and I've been there for a while. I'm getting ready to start my 19th year as a coach there. This will be my 4th year as the head coach. So I'm really excited to share with you guys. I'm going to go over some stuff with our RPOs that we do that I think is kind of it's what we like. It's what we've developed. It's nothing that we haven't probably stolen from somebody else, but we put it together in our own fashion, and we like it. Colin, I have a question. I can't get this to open up. Is there a it won't maximize? Does that make sense? It's still. You have any? Anybody have any idea?
That's weird. That's never happened. You might want to try refreshing it.
Okay.
And see. I don't know if it's a browser issue or if it's a huddle thing.
Let me see if that doesn't do it. Yeah, it still won't do it. Anybody have any ideas? Can you guys see that, or do you?
Yeah, we could still see it. If you want to make it a little bigger, you could drag down your clips button. Yeah, right there, and drag that down, and then drag that and clip that go across. I mean, that's
better.
That's half our screen. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to talk about our power RPOs. Just our run game is based off of power. We run a lot of just power out of different sets, different formations and stuff like that. The RPO off of it, the reason that we do this, guys, and I'm going to try to do as much film as I can. So, because I think that's what I like as a guy that gets presented to. So that's naturally how I want to present. It stresses the defense. It stresses inside linebackers. We have one that stresses inside, outside, and safeties. That creates space for our run game. That's ultimately what we want to do. We are a run-first team that uses these opportunities to throw for easy throws, easy yards, and then it works really well for pass protection for our guys up front. The 3 types that we use, this is where I want to get into. I'll go through, if I have time to get through all 3 of these. We have backside options where we're manipulating backside defenders, inside linebackers, safeties, and outside linebackers. We also have a front side option where we manipulate the outside linebacker and the play side safety. And then we have what we really like is our 3rd level stuff where we manipulate those safeties that kind of want to get down into the box and get nosy. We try to manipulate those and read those. So the 3 types that we use on the backside, we have a slant. We call that wheel lock. We have an out, and then we have a bubble check. I'll go through all those. Our number 1 RPO that we use is called, we call it wheel lock. So we're reading the wheel linebacker. We're going to run that with a power scheme up front. Our quarterback, you guys will see this on the film, he has a couple rules that he needs to do. He needs to pre-snap, look at a couple things. The safety, which I call the backside safety. You'll see why I call that to the throw. And then he needs to look at the leverage of the flat player as well. As the snap is going, the post-snap is his eyes are going to be on the backside inside linebacker. We're going to have him step off the midline. An easy coaching point for us, guys, is our running backs are down the midline. And then they make their adjustment from there. But it keeps the running backs from having to pay attention that much. They're down the midline. The quarterback is the one that we put all of our responsibility on. So he's the one that has to know which way he flips his hips. He's going to read his key, and then we basically ask him to pull the ball away from the running back out of the mesh. We use this term a lot. You have strong hands, pull the ball away. And then once we do make the decision to throw it, he has to get his hips around and push off his back foot. Our running back, simple. He has to stay on the midline. If he does not receive the ball, if it's a pull, the quarterback pulls it out. He's looking to plug any kind of blitzer that we may have missed up front. Our inside receiver, well, we usually do this out of a 2-receiver set. We'll do a 3-step replace route. It's not truly a slant. You guys will see when I show you that. And then our outside receiver has a 5-yard in. We call it a fin route. Our offensive line will block power. And then we have a call that will tag, like most of you guys do. We lock the backside tackle on the backside end. So this is kind of what it looks like on a scheme. And so you guys can kind of see that we're running power with our offensive line up front. This is out of 20 personnel. And the considerations pre-snap for the quarterback, the first guy we have to look at is the safety here. He is a consideration for us. This is the guy that when we throw this gives us the most trouble. So he's a pre-snap read. Some teams play their safety over the ball. It's a little tougher to get it in there if they play it over the ball. And then our other pre-snap read is this linebacker, the outside linebacker here. In this case, it'd be like a Sam. So those are the two things we ask our quarterback to read pre-snap. And then post-snap, he's going to identify the backside inside linebacker. And so what we get when we run our power scheme, guys, you get linebackers fitting, scraping over the top. The backside guy scrapes over the top. We want to take advantage of that. This route is 3 steps. He's going to push and then really identify the safety and stay away from him. So it's almost a slant and vertical is how we run it. And so the quarterback has to give a call to the tackle to lock him up. This is against a 4-man front or even a 3-4. We're still doing the same thing. These guys are blocking power. They don't have any clue. Now, our guys do hear the lock when we give our signals up front to the lineman. Our quarterback does he's the one that gives the call to the line. So they do hear that. So they do kind of know that there's an option to throw this. So we're go right to some film here. We're in 20 personnel here and 2 receiver side here. So our quarterback identifies a couple guys right away. Pre-snap, he's going to identify this backside safety. Okay. Pre-snap, he's going to identify the outside linebacker. The outside linebacker is showing that he's coming off the edge. So he knows right now that he's got space created. There's a safety right over the top of number 2 here. So we're going to push 3 and then push to the middle of the field, staying away from the safety. So that's all pre-snap. Post-snap, we're going to read this inside linebacker right here. So let me show post-snap here. This is our guy right here. When we get the ball, our eyes should be on him. So right now we've determined that this guy is sniffing. He's getting, could he come? He might be blitzing. So we take that into consideration. So our quarterback, he's going to butt to the play here so we can keep our eyes on him. So that's the quarterback getting off the midline. The running back is right down the midline. Our backside guard is pulling and swabbing. Fullback is kicking out. So right here, we pull it. We like the space in the middle of the field, which there's a ton of. We pull it, throw it. On the slant route's a pretty good route here, guys. He 3-step and then just push vertical. He breaks the tackle here and off to the races. Same kind of thing here. This is a little bit of more of a man-type team. Okay, so pre-snap, he wants to identify the backside safety. So this guy here is pre-snap read. We're going to look at him, and then we're going to look at this outside linebacker here. Okay, so he knows, you guys, when you scout a team, you know they're a man team. So we already know it's man. So now it's about a matchup thing. Okay, so we're running power to the left here, and then we're reading this inside linebacker on post-snap read here. So number 40 is who we're reading. Our eyes should be on him. He gets off the midline. Running back is down the midline. 40 run fits, and so we're pull it and throw it. So it looks like this from the wide view. This guy right here, push 3, get inside leverage. There is no backside guy here, so we've got more room to work with. This week on the backside, we tagged a route, an out route, just to keep that guy out of the way so he wouldn't fall off. And it's pretty quick and easy throw. And they're trying to fit power because that's what we run a ton of power. This is an overset right here. So now we have our tight end over. Guys, I'm the guy that worries me the most on any RPO is not the front side guys, it's the backside guys where the quarterback can't see him. So our quarterback, we're running power this way. Our quarterback's eyes, his butt is going to be this way. So his eyes are on this linebacker here. Pre-snap, okay, this is pre-snap. We want to identify both safeties here in this look. They're playing kind of a cover 3 look here. So we need to identify now the middle safety. And then we also need to identify the flat defender, the outside linebacker. So we like our matchup here. What we see over here is space. This is the space we want to attack. It's not so much replace this linebacker, it is replace this space in here. And so our receiver pushes 3. This is number 15 here is the kid we're reading. Okay, he run fits, so we pull it back out. And we like the matchup on the flat player. And this is a good job by the receiver, pushing 3 vertical. And then once he gets inside of this flat player, he knows to stay vertical, to not bend it back over to this backside corner here. Same thing here, guys. This is out of 21 personnel. You do the same thing. This is a 3-3 stack team. So we're reading the stack linebacker. We're running power to the right, reading the stack linebacker here. We're locking this guy up. This guy blitzes, so we should throw it. If we're reading him correct. Now, we would like the running back to plug right there. But this is a pretty simple throw. We're pre-snap here, pre-snap both of these guys when it's a cover 3 look. We want to make sure that this safety isn't, or excuse me, this corner is not too far over here on the hash. He does a good job of pushing. We really identify these outside linebackers during the week. Do they spot drop? Are they wallers? And I'll show you what happens if they wall. This guy's, you can tell he's a spot dropper. He's dropping to a spot. Push 3, get back underneath. Let me get to some other ones here. Same thing here. Okay, so our butt is to the run play, so he sticks his butt to the run and identifies this backside guy here. This is in a corner. This is a cover 3 look here, a corner. Find where the safety's at, and then pre-snap the outside linebacker. Post-snap will be this inside linebacker here. So we do a good job here. Guys, there's tons of space in there. And to me, this is, I love play action. This is the best play action you can get because the linemen have no idea you're throwing it. Here's one I put on here just so you guys could see this. And when I talk about it's great pass protection, we screw this up. Our center does not block back on the nose. I have no idea why he doesn't do that here. But you can see this. This guy, the nose squeezes so hard, like D linemen are taught to the football, which he thinks the running back has. We don't even block him. We cut a nose loose and sneak the slant in there on the backside. So we really like the backside slant with number 2. This is a good look here, guys, of what you're going to see. Put this clip on here. This is what we get because they scout us and we run power a ton. This is what we want. Like this play works when linebackers do this. They just vacate that space right now. So we wanted to make a play, have an option to take advantage of that. Those linebackers are scrape hard over the top. This is when we don't get the spot dropper, we get a wall backer from this outside. Okay, so they're in a cover 3 look as well. We're going to identify this guy. We know we're good there, so we don't have to worry about him. He's playing really wide leverage right here. Safety's playing cover 3, so we're good. Okay, so we're 3-step, push inside. Now, this is what happens when we get a waller. And this is the week we played these guys, we knew their outside linebackers loved to wall. So when he turns and runs like that, our quarterback already knows when he sees this right here that we've got all this space out here. So this is – we don't tag the fin route here, the 5-yard in, but we know this week especially we knew we were throwing it. So we just come back out to our outside receiver here because the linebacker's a waller, and we'll take advantage of him turning his back. And now we've got a corner that's playing off, and this is one of our best receivers here, and then let him do his thing. So that's kind of our answer. If you get guys that want to man up or wall the number 2 receiver, same thing here. Okay, this is kind of a cover 3 look again. So pre-snap, we're identify the middle safety, make sure that this guy is not in the fit. And then we're looking at him right here. This is scouted this week. These guys kind of wall. As soon as he does this, he doesn't turn his back to it. Okay, but guys, he's opening up space by the way he drops. He's not spot dropping out here. He opens up space. So the quarterback butt to the run play, pulls it, and then just flips it underneath to the 5-yard end. Guys, a 5-yard end is an easy throw for us, and then you give it to a kid that takes it and does something with it is where we want to get the ball to our athletes. This is kind of the play action that we have off of it. So we like that 5-yard in, and so we'll run the 3-step slant, and then we'll do a fin and go. Now we tag pass protection off this, okay? So anytime we have an RPO, guys, I'd love to do a true play action off of it. So this is our offensive line is getting a pass protection call here. So we're just going to take advantage that we've thrown the fin route, and we do a 5-yard and go. So that's kind of what we do. We try to do use our RPOs to open up our run game, and then we try to take shots off our RPOs. Now in this case, like I said, we tag that with a true play action, so we're not run blocking that. Another example of the way we run this stuff is we love to run an out with it. So this is another option on the backside, is we'll stress the backside outside linebacker. I'm just going to kind of go right to the film because it'll explain itself. A lot of the same things here, okay? So we're running power scheme. This is out of 21 personnel. And then we are going to take advantage of this right here, this matchup right here. So we run a 4-step out with our outside receiver. We can do it either side. But when we call butt out lock, that means we're throwing the ball away from the play. Okay, so that means the quarterback, it's a little key word for the quarterback to put his butt and then to the play, and then we're reading this guy out here. So I'll kind of go through some clips here. So the basic premise of this is 21 personnel. This is our X receiver. Okay, we're running power to the right. So when he hears butt out lock, he's going to put his butt to the play. So he knows what he can read his key. So pre-snap keys here, guys, we're big on, we give them pre-snap keys, then we give them post-snap keys. That's the kind of what we like to do with our quarterbacks. Pre-snap, he's looking at leverage of the corner. He's looking at this matchup. This is man. He likes the matchup. This is our best receiver. He likes that matchup. So right now he's thinking, I'm going to try to fit this in here. Okay, his post-snap read is going to be the outside linebacker, this guy right here. So he snaps, okay? He likes this matchup already, so he's assuming we're going to win on the outside here. His eyes are on this outside linebacker. The reason we do that is to make sure we don't get an undercut. And so this is just a power scheme to the right, a 4-step out to the left. And guys, we love this play on first down. And it's just a simple little flip out and throw, but it keeps defenses honest. It keeps them off our run game. Same thing here. This is out of 20 personnel. Okay, so we're running power to the left. Okay, so we're going to butt that way. And our quarterback has to know all this stuff, guys. And we tag butt, so just as a reminder on this play. So this is butt out lock. So our tackle should be locking up the defensive end here. And so pre-snap, we're looking at the leverage of this corner. We like the leverage of him. Post-snap, we'll read this outside linebacker. So there's our pre-snap, post-snap. So we run a 4-step out. Our post-snap read blitzes. And so this is definitely a throw. And we tell our quarterback, you got to get it off before you get hit. Again, guys, this is what we're doing here. You've seen us do this with 5-yard in, a 4-step out, is just get the ball out in space to our guys and let them do the rest. So right here, you can see it right here, butts out. This is a good job by our quarterback right here. He sees that quarterback blitzing, so he pulls that ball back fast. Get it out. He already likes the matchup. Our tackle, right tackle here is locking out. And so that's kind of how we do another backside option for us. This is out of a trade set. We do that just to kind of, sometimes on the butt side, again, the quarterback is can get stuff right in his face here. So we trade the tight end if we feel like there's an extra gap that we need to cover. So in this case, pre-snap read, the corner here, post-snap read is the outside linebacker. The corner's off. We like the leverage, so we are going to flip that out on a 4-step out here. And guys, we do this. This is a first down call that we love. Okay, and we do it to the boundary quite a bit as well. So just little simple flip throws, kind of hug that sideline, and we use that to our as our advantage. Another backside route. So we have a slant on the backside, we have an out on the backside, and we have a bubble on the backside. Now, I'm not a big we don't throw the bubble very much. It's not something we've done a whole lot of, but we run a lot of bubbles, and I hope I'm not giving anything away. We don't really throw them. And so what we'll do is we'll bring, whether we have a receiver at number 2 here or we motion another guy over, is we will bring the bubble into this check. Okay, so we call bubble check. We're running power to the right, and we'll call bubble check. Let me show you what this looks like. Okay,
hey, Coach, before you get into
Yes,
that too deep, we had a question just about when you're running the RPO out stuff. What is kind of a progression of what you go through if you start to see corner blitz or anything from that?
If we see corner blitz, we're going to, basically we're looking at safeties on all blitzes, see if there's rotation on that. If we see corner blitz, I tell the quarterback this: if you're in doubt and with anything, hand the ball off, because we have our best run play called. So if he's in doubt, then we're gonna hand it off. If he thinks he can, if he sees it and he understands what's happening, the last 7 years we've had quarterbacks that do understand the game pretty well. They'll just you'll see on a couple other clips, our receivers do a great job of adjusting their route. So they'll shorten it up to a 2-step out if they see any kind of, off coverage or a blitz. And so we can do it that way, or just hand it off is what we'll do. So
awesome. Thanks, Coach.
So we're going to bring our Z receiver here. We're going to bring him around motion. And we've got what we call bubble check. So we're running power to the left here. Our quarterback knows the way he needs to open up, because we're going to read now this outside linebacker. This is a 3-3 stack team. There's the outside linebacker. Okay. And so the outside linebacker, just like you would on a zone read, if he squeezes down, we're going to pull it and throw it. Now, I put this clip on here because you guys aren't going to be impressed a whole lot with a 1-yard gain there. We don't throw the bubble that much. We do here, but I want to show you why we do this. And we can break a tackle there and maybe make a play, but the real reason we like that is for this right here. It's just basically to video game. I call it video game these defensive guys. They can't help but watch. They see a guy in motion, and we try to do creative motions like this where we bring him over. We'll do a yo-yo motion, bring him over and then back around. And so what we're trying to do here, guys, is open up our run game, and you'll see that. I mean, our receiver here does a good job here, but this is what I like. This guy right here, they're heading that way. They can't help themselves. So we're video gaming them, okay? And they're chasing our bubble, which we don't even really like throwing anyway, but it opens up the run game here. And that's what we're trying to do with all this stuff, is this right here. We want to fatigue people into the fourth quarter with power run game. And having some options off it really works. This is against a man team, and when we see this, we know it was worth our time to put this stuff in. We see 3 guys over here chasing a bubble. This is out of 22 personnel. So we bring him around, okay? We probably could have flipped that bubble out there if we wanted to. But a lot of time on this play, we hand it off and use our power run game to – this is helping us open it up. Same thing here. So we're going to take our Z, motion him over. And this is what we look for in defenses, is guys' eyes are in the wrong spots. And all we're trying to do is just run our best running play. And so those are the 3 backside options that we use, okay? Let me see if I can do this. Let me get into our front side real quick. This kind of came about just because we used our backside stuff. We run the same thing. We'll run an out We'll run power read with this. We'll run a slant, a hitch, and again, we'll do a bubble check. Now, these are all front side. So what do I mean by that? I'm just going to go right into it. Now, instead of throwing the backside option, we throw the front side option, okay? So now we're reading, instead of reading the backside corner pre-snap and the backside outside linebacker post-snap, we just flip it and we read the play side corner pre-snap and the outside linebacker post-snap, okay? And so this has been a really good play for us. So we're running power to the left, okay? And guys, against a 3-4 defense, you know, these guys have to fit our fullback. I mean, if they don't, we're loving life as a running team. Okay, so they're seeing this a lot. Here comes the fullback. You know, this outside linebacker's got to fit this. Okay, so pre-snap, our quarterback looks out here. He likes the leverage of the corner. He likes the matchup of the corner. We're running that same 4-step out. Okay, because we tag the word front to it, he knows to front out to the play instead of butt. So now we front out, same play. We're just running the out to the scheme. And this has been a great play for us. A simple throw and catch, really good on first down. Okay, we love it to the boundary. If you get a defense that loves to play to the field, these are easy throws and catch. Okay, so now we're running the same thing here. We're running power to the left. Pre-snap, we like the leverage of the corner. And then so post-snap, we're reading the outside linebacker. He has to fit our fullback. And then we just get a one-on-one matchup on the outside. We don't even have to worry about pass protection. This is out of 20 personnel. Okay, the corner, we like the leverage of him. He's off. This is the guy we're reading post-snap. Our fullback's going to kick him out. And guys, again, a first down call that we love. Let me get to – we can run it to the field. Our receiver does a good job. We don't tell them to reduce splits. They just kind of know. And then we use this to our advantage, guys. When we start reducing splits and throw the ball, we use that same split to get people to think we're throwing it out and use it to our advantage. So this is a little bit – we don't do it into the field as much. Okay, we like the leverage of this corner. We're reading the outside linebacker post-snap. He's fitting the run, and then we get it out to a guy in space. Okay, I'm going to show you this little series here. Probably this is one pre-snap we should have come off of the throw. The corner's playing pretty far outside. Okay, so pre-snap we probably should have come off this. We don't. Receiver does a good job of just kind of he was really good at just kind of lulling people, and then he would burst out on his out. Okay, power scheme up to the throw. And again, this is what I want you guys to see is we do all of that. Now what's happened is they have said, no, we're not giving you that anymore. So they're playing outside leverage, and you can see the shadow of the safety right there. They're saying, we're done giving you that easy throw. So pre-snap, we should hand this off. Okay, and we do hand it off. But now this is what I love is that safety still backpedaling. And we're just trying to run the ball. That's what we love to do. And our running back does a good job here. And those are kind of the reasons that we've come up with this and developed this is for that very reason. This was in the state championship game this year. This defense that we're playing is very aggressive. They're very good. And so we use this. We cut our split down. Pre-snap, don't like this at all. We don't want to throw this. But this is what we want to do to defenders is get in their head. This is a good football player right here, and we've got him thinking a little bit. He's backing up, and we're running power to him. So our fullback's going to kick him out, and he's backing up. That's what the purpose of a lot of this is to get people to kind of lose that edge of aggressiveness. Now, our fullback doesn't do a very good job blocking him, but that's the purpose, and we get 8-9 yards there. That's the purpose of the RPOs to me. It's not for the easy throws. It's for the easy yards in the run game, especially against a good defense where they don't come easy. Like I said on our last stuff, guys, is we want to always have the option to do a play action. So we run the ball, we throw the RPO, and then we like to play action. This is, again, you're going to see more pass protection here. Our fullback is not going to the call here. He's in a little different pass protection. We're running the same scheme, the out and then the up with it. So we try to always have an answer to a big shot. We want a shot off of one of these, and you've seen a couple of those. Real quick here, we don't run these a lot, but we do like this play where we let me just get into it. It's easier to show me, for me to watch film, is we'll run power read with it, okay? And so everybody knows how to run power read, okay? We're running it with our inside receiver here. We're going to bring him in motion and bring him back. And in this case now, what we do with this play is I give the quarterback, you know, based off of scouting and based off the defense, our quarterback is going to tag, he's going to give our fullback a call. Okay, so he's going to give the fullback a call instead of the read call. He's going to give him a reach call. So we're taking the pre-snap. He's going to take the power read off, and it almost turns into a little bit of a sprint action instead. So let me kind of just run through this and I'll explain it again. So right here, he has given this fullback a call. Okay, he's asking him to reach. So our fullback does. He does a good job there. We're blocking the end man. Okay. So what he likes pre-snap is he likes this matchup here. The way the corner's leveraging, okay, he's saying I can get this out in. Now, post-snap, he needs to read this guy. If this guy just absolutely undercuts it, he can hand it off on the outside zone. So we've taken the power out of it, so now we're an outside zone look with an out. So we told our fullback, okay, we're blocking outside zone. We didn't tell these guys anything. I love having the backside guard pull. And so here we go. He's going to ride it. That guy comes up because our tailback is blocking outside zone as well. And then we just flip it out there. So this is a power read component with that. Here's another one. We're going to do the same thing. We bring the receiver across. We call that yo-yo motion. Okay. Pre-snap, we like this matchup. Okay. So our quarterback is going to give our fullback a reach call. Okay, he doesn't say reach, but he gives him a call to reach. Okay, this guy's blocking outside zone, so now it becomes an outside zone out read. Okay, now this guy does do a pretty good job of making it kind of gray. I mean, he doesn't undercut it, but he doesn't just attack the outside zone. We like the matchup here though, and just. Again, they do a good job of tackling us there, but guys, it's a pretty easy throw and catch. Real quick here, we'll run the same thing. Again, we're attacking the front side stuff. The last segment I had was all backside. We're attacking the front side where we can tag a hitch here. You get a team that plays off. Same thing. We're running power to the hitch and just throw and catch. And whatever we like that week, we can tag a slant with it. Same thing here. We're running power, and we're throwing a slant to the run play. All this is, guys, all this is post-snap, pre-snap look, identify, post-snap read. We'll do the same thing with the bubble. Okay, so last time we showed you guys the bubble, everything was backside. Now we're doing it play side. So we're running power to the right. We're bringing these guys over, and we're going to read what this outside linebacker does. In my opinion, he should fit the run, which he does. We have a couple run-throughs here. This is the first play of the game in the semifinals for us this year. And this is not any guy, you guys are probably cringing right now as I was on the sideline. We're throwing the ball backwards with guys hitting us in the back. But we're flipping the ball out in space. And, guys, this is not intended to, you know, we get yards there and it's second down and 2, but that's not the intent of it. The intent of it is to have this kind of action here. So we are in a 3-back backfield. We're going to do the same look. Instead of motion him, he's just going to bubble out of the backfield. So we've got our power scheme to the left here, and we're reading this outside guy here. Okay? What happens here is that bubble action from the backfield just gets him to widen ever so much. It makes our kick-out block easy. And again, guys, this is what we're intended to do here, is to open up our run schemes. So we've got the same thing here. We add a second running back. It's not a second fullback. It's a second running back. We can put him at receiver and motion him and do the same thing, but we just put him in the backfield, run a little bubble out of the backfield, and just try to open up our run game with it. So those are our front side reads. Anything that we run to the play. So we run the ball to the left here. We can run an out. We can run a slant. We can run a hitch, and we can bring a bubble from the backfield or from another receiver in motion or our number 2 receiver. So that's how I kind of categorize things. Is either it's front side or back side, and it gives us a really good option. And guys, sometimes it's a matchup, what we like. Their matchup on their backside is weaker, we'll attack that. Or front side is weaker. The last one, I know I got 5 minutes left, but I think you guys, I want to show you some of this is our third level stuff. Okay. So I'm going to go right to the film. If any of you guys want this film, just this presentation, I'll share it with you. I don't mind. Okay. This is our third level stuff. So we're going to do the same thing as our front side. We're going to open up to the play. And then we're going to read the third level defender, safety. Okay. So in this case, it's single safety. This was their best defender, their best player. And so what we tried to do, guys, I love it down here too. This is when, in this game, this is the semifinals this year. And I said, listen, if we're going to run it, this is when you do it. Okay. And we trade the tight end over. We're still running power to the right, but we're reading the safety on the run, on the fly. Now, my great thinking was thinking that we trade the tight end over, the safety will move back over here and give us a little more space here. The safety didn't budge. Okay, so what we're reading, our quarterback is reading the safety. Is he flat-footed or is he not? Is he pedaling? Okay, so we're reading that safety. We should open up to him. Okay, he flat-foots us. Doesn't pedal. Our receiver, guys, we don't tag a whole lot. We don't tell him you got a 7-step glance route or a 4-step glance route. He does a good job here of just kind of selling, and then he's going to push back vertical. So we're running a post with him, a glance route. We get the safety flat-footed, and this is one of our best big plays. This is a great play for us. Now, guys, when we traded the tight end over, I'll just be honest. I'll share you a little, being honest with you. I was yelling to Chase. This is my son. I was yelling, hand it off, because I thought the safety would move over. But that's what players do, is they do just shut up and let me read the guy, and that's what he did. And so we get a ball over the top. And so this is a great play for us. This is a two high safety look here. We're running power to the left here. We're reading this safety here. These guys are playing a cover 2 look here, and our receiver, our X receiver, does a really good job of just getting inside and replacing that safety. Okay, these are those nosy teams that those safeties down, you're at the 15-yard line. They're thinking about getting you 3 and out and punt, and we love to run this play. Safety bites on the action, and here you can see power from the backside, and we flip it out there. We don't get called much down the field either. We've been way down the field. This is another one. Again, they've scouted this early in the game. Defensive coordinators have said, hey, listen, we need to stop their run game. This is the safety here. We're reading him to the play. So we've got power to the right. We're reading that same play side safety. Okay, he's flat-footed, definitely. Receiver does a good job, guys. It's just kind of tempo and then burst. And we tell the quarterback, throw the ball right up the hash, and that's pretty much where that one landed. One more here, same thing. We're backed up. Guys, you're seeing where we're at. So I hope I haven't given anything away, which we like to do here. But safety, the receiver does a really good job of just acting like he's trying to block and then push. So pre-snap, or post-snap, we're reading this safety here. He gets nosy. We replace him with that glance route. And again, so it's a route that we really like. Let me show you one more here, then I'll get off.
A question on that, Coach, the third level stuff.
Yes, sir.
Do you always try to make sure to have a tight end or somebody accounting for the backside edge pressure when you're doing that third level?
That is a great question. We absolutely do. That is, after playing with it, we always want to have a guy on the backside so your quarterback's backside is protected. That's a great question. That is what we do. That's why we'll trade the tight end and we put him on the backside, run power weak so that we have that protection. So good question. Last one here is just outside zone. We'll do the same thing with the third level. We put our running back in the formation as a receiver here. And so we're reading this guy, play side. This gets a little trickier with the backside guys here on outside zone. But just to see the action, our quarterback is 2 shuffles, read the safety, and then that same replace route is what we're looking to throw. So guys, these have all been things that have worked for us. And like I said, if you guys, if you ever want anything, you just get on social media and send me a message. I'll share anything I have with you. I've gotten it from someplace else, and so we'll just share whatever you guys want. I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you. Thanks, Southwest, for having us. You guys do a great job. These clinics have been great, and I appreciate the time. So,
Coach, I got a quick question.
yes, sir.
Well, Tyler just texted me too. Makes me mad watching this video because your son's a heck of a ball player. But my question is, we do some similar things, and I have trouble replicating some of the throwing platforms that they have to throw from, which is the reason why we really like Chase. And I didn't know if there were some cues or drills or something. The last one you showed, you're doing outside zone out of the gun to the right. So basically he's taking 2 shuffles to the right and then throwing a post coming back right to left. One of my favorite plays. But I also feel it's hard to replicate, which is also why I like to recruit kids that can do things like that, because it's not your 1, 2, 3 plant throw. It's different. So
yeah,
I didn't know if there's anything that you did that to replicate that, or my thing is just do it as much as you can.
Yeah. We've been lucky. A couple of the kids you saw in here, one of them went to Missouri to play quarterback. Another one's at Liberty playing quarterback, and the other one's my son. And we got lucky with that. But guys, I think luck is also developed as young kids. And those 3 kids that the last 7 years, the 3 kids were all in our program from kindergarten up, where we are intentional about training our quarterbacks at a young age. And I think that's probably been a big factor for us. I know you guys in college can't do that because you don't know who you have, but we can in high school. We can start identifying our quarterbacks. And like you said, probably the best thing is reps. Just rep. And then, that's what we look for in our quarterbacks is I don't know how you guys do it. We don't like to give them just rules all the time. Let them be a player. Let them, throw different arm angles. If you're trying to create a robot, then go to robotics class. We're trying to create ball players and let them be a ball player, and it helps to have baseball pitchers, and baseball players because they're used to those different kind of arm angles. So I hope that answers it. Probably kind of the luck of the draw sometimes that you get guys that know how to play. So
if anything, it reaffirms some things that I believe in, and I appreciate that.
Thank you guys again. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. Tell Chase we said hi.
I will. Thank you.
Yep.
Coach, thanks so much for being on. I did share his Twitter there on the chat, so guys, feel free to give him a follow on Twitter and reach out for any information. But, Coach, that's some great stuff. I appreciate it so much for being on here.
No problem.
Well, thanks, and be safe out there. We're going to keep it rolling here.